Welcome to the LGBTQ Real Estate Podcast, connecting LGBTQ realtors with consumers since 2007. My name is Jeff Berger, and I'm the host of the podcast. And with us today is a very special guest, Kelly.Samean of Philadelphia, serving Philly, the suburbs, and New Jersey. Kelly, welcome to the show.
Thanks, Jeff. Good to be here.
A pleasure. Yeah, so for anyone that just tuned in, we keep everything brief. We know you're busy. We're busy also. We're going to keep it about 15 minutes. Let's kick it off. Kelly, share with the audience a little bit about yourself, both personal and professional.
My name is Kelly, she, her. I am a realtor in Philadelphia, New Jersey. I've been in the business for about 9 years. It was one of my biggest life changes and probably one of the best decisions that I've made. And, I'm just here to help buyers, help sellers feel comfortable and confident in their decisions. And yeah, that's it.
Great. Well, that's a perfect answer. It really covers everything for someone that likes to keep things simple. Real estate can be complicated if you really think about it, and keeping it simple is super important. So, Kelly, share with us, for example, I know you love working with the LGBTQ community. We know each other for some time now. What is it about working with the LGBT community that you enjoy so much?
I'd say that being able to help anyone in the community feel comfortable. A lot of times the uncertainty of meeting someone new, you don't know their opinions, you don't know if they're going to say something offensive, even if they don't mean to, it can happen. And I just, I love to be that person to help them feel comfortable. Buying a home is one of the biggest decisions that you can make in your entire life. So, you want to make sure, you're doing the right thing, you're comfortable, trust the people around you. You don't want to spend hundreds of thousands of dollars and then on the sideline you have somebody that you don't trust.
Yeah, that's a great point. Trust is important, comfort's important. And when you find the right agent that you feel comfortable working with, I think that's really the sweet spot of, finding a home and, you know, mixing into a community because, there's so much more than, the walls and the frame of a home. And I know you're very passionate about your community. For example, Philadelphia, the suburbs, and New Jersey. Tell us a little bit about what you love about your area. I know you're very passionate about your area where you live. Whether it's the neighborhood, the culture, the restaurants, the you know. Tell us a little bit about your area.
My area has all of those things. I'm located about 15 minutes from Center City, Philadelphia, which has, some of the greatest restaurants in the world. We have a neighborhood where the streets are painted in rainbow, safe space for everyone. My office is in the city, but I drive about 15 minutes away, and I have a little taste of the suburbs in my own neighborhood, which is called East Falls. It's very LGBTQ friendly. There's rainbows hanging everywhere. Everyone's out walking their dog. Everyone's friendly. Everyone's chatting.
Hmm.
It's really nice.
Yeah. I've heard great things about Philadelphia and also the suburbs. It's a beautiful pocket community, as they say. And I know you service, Philadelphia and the burbs. So share with us a little bit about, what type of homes you service. I imagine, in the city, it'd be a lot of condos and maybe some old historic properties. And then when you get out to the burbs, single family, I guess you do a little bit of everything.
I do everything. Yep. yeah, if you're looking in Philadelphia, then for the most part, we have historic row houses. My house that I'm in right now is 100+ years old. Um,
Wow.
one of the oldest neighborhoods in the state. Um, and condos, I love condo showings. For people who don't want to tend to a lawn and maybe get access to a gym and doorman. And then head out to the suburbs and New Jersey, where you find the single family homes. The thing about being licensed in both PA and New Jersey is, a lot of people, they buy homes in Philadelphia as their starter. And then as their family grows, they might want a big single home, maybe with some nicer school districts. And that's when everybody wants to move to New Jersey or the suburbs. So, if I want to help you sell your house in Philadelphia, but then I want to help you sell it in New Jersey too. And not every agent is dual licensed. So I'm
Hmm.
along for the ride for all the transactions, I guess.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, so to clarify, Kelly is licensed in both Pennsylvania and New Jersey. So whether you're looking in either state, she can help you. Her contact information is there, her website, her email, and phone number. Be sure to contact Kelly if you're interested in buying or selling a home in the area. And, our next question, for example, this is an LGBTQ real estate podcast. So, you know, I think everyone knows the area is very friendly, but what is it that you feel, some pointers, for LGBTQ families and individuals that may not know much about the area? What can you share about, the comfort and the friendliness, maybe from your personal experience?
So that's kind of difficult to know. I tell people, I don't know who your neighbor's going to be. I don't know what their
Hmm.
political opinions are, or if there's going to be, a flag hanging outside of their house. But I do know certain areas in New Jersey that are, they do parades in June, and they pride themselves on inclusivity. I have a friend who's a principal in one of our suburban towns, and she's said that they're very inclusive, and to some parents they don't like it, but to most they love it.
Yeah, that's a good point, And to be fair, also with fair housing rules, no area is any different than any other area. So, you
Right.
know,
I can provide to you who's going to have a parade this upcoming Saturday, and where you could be comfortable. But yes, fair housing, I can't say, oh gosh, stay away from this place. I'm not allowed to do
yeah, yeah. And it is Pride Month, so we should, recognize that. Happy Pride to anyone watching. And yeah, there's probably a lot going on this coming weekend. This is really the climax of Pride Month, you can say.
Yeah, actually,
So
a couple weeks ago, Philadelphia has one of the largest pride flags in the country. I think it's something like 600, 900 feet. And it was going to be just a few streets down from me. And I went down to walk or to watch. And all of a sudden the guy was like, hey, you want to carry it? Follow me. And the next thing you know, I'm waving this giant pride flag around, and I got a little emotional. It was really nice.
wow, that's a great experience.
It
Really
was.
awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. That's great. Yeah. So, here we are. Thank you for sharing everything like that. We're at our last question. Time flies. So, when you're not helping people buy and sell homes, what do you like to do?
Well, I like to spend a lot of time in the city. I do take advantage of the restaurants in the area. I do have a little dog. I very much enjoy taking him on long walks. Um,
Nice.
the city of Philadelphia actually has quite a few beautiful parks. So I'll spend some time in the parks, Wissahickon, hiking, walking, just enjoying life.
Yeah, that sounds great. Yeah, Philadelphia is a beautiful place.
I like it
People
here.
are very nice. Yeah. And also, you cover the suburbs of Pennsylvania and New Jersey. I'm guessing you go out to New Hope, or is that part of your market?
Um, it is, yeah, it's a bit far, but
Okay.
absolutely. New Hope's amazing. Very
Yeah.
LGBTQ friendly as well.
Yeah, that's always been on the radar of the LGBTQ community. That's why I ask. And New Jersey, I guess everyone's going out to the shore now. There's a lot going on, and yeah, it's a beautiful area where you serve.
Yeah, it's nice. There's something for everyone. There really is. And not very far.
Great, great. Well, Kelly, thanks for joining us. I think this was great. A lot of education for someone that's watching this. If anyone is looking to buy or sell a home in the New Jersey and Pennsylvania area and Philadelphia, be sure to reach out to Kelly, and we'll see you on YouTube.
Thank you so much, Jeff.
Great, a pleasure. Okay, bye bye.
Take care.